This guy right here is a man of many hats. Literally, he wears the hat. And he is the president of the Baton Rouge Area Football Association. Want to welcome him to the show this morning, my man, Kinsley Johnson. Good morning, Kinsley.
Man, good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning?
Doing good, man. I like that energy this morning, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Man, glad you all. Well, thank you all for having me on this morning, man. I really appreciate it.
Man, one of the things I want to have a conversation with you this morning because uh you guys are looking for football officials, and everybody out there that's listening know I'm a football official. I try to push it anywhere I go. I see somebody who former football player or whatever. I said, man, what you doing these days? You thinking about becoming? You want to be an official? And you find out as much as people criticize officials, they shy away from the job, Kinsley.
Oh yeah, all the time, man. All the time.
But
I try to say, look, you want to be an official, man. Look, I see a lot of people making calls on the sideline. I say, hey, you want to be an official, man?
hey,
It's plenty of openings.
come on and join us. So, I tell you something crazy enough. One of my good friends growing up, his granddad retired from the NFL a few years ago, Daryl Lewis, as a football
Okay.
official. And he had been telling me for years, Perry, you need to get in it. You need to do this. And as I was getting older, man, I'm not going out there to do this and do that. And crazy enough, one day I was listening to this very radio station. I like to listen to talk radio. And I was listening
Uh-huh.
on 107.3, and this was before COVID, and I'm listening. There was a guy on here at the time, and he was saying, we got a shortage of officials, and we're going to have a meeting coming up, and, we're looking for anybody that's interested to come out. And I came out. And just like
Yeah.
that, because I was listening on the radio on this very station, and here I am now on this very station, and I want to be able to pay it forward to do that very thing because there could be somebody out there who was just like me riding and listening to the radio and said, you know what? I could go do that. Now is maybe the time, Kinsley, for you being the president of the Baton Rouge area football officials, man. Talk to us about the association and what it is that this association does.
Man, I am the president of the Baton Rouge Area Football Official Association. We call it short for before, but I've been the president for the last 6 years, and we've constantly seen uh, this football officiating standpoint. We've seen it grow, evolve, as well as the game. And so we're definitely trying to get a few people out. Well, a lot of people out right now. We're trying to get into the high school ranks, the college ranks, and guys that I guess seem like they football career or as far as playing is over with. So I said, look, so once your playing career is over with, man, you may have a opportunity to come out here and make some extra money doing officiating. So man, we just try to go out there and do the best we can each and every night. We put on those stripes because we represent all the stripes from around the country, not just in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but around the country, man. And we really excited this year. With our RCO regional coordinator official with Louis TVA, and we got a real strong board, and there's real group of uh, men and women that's out there officiating right now. So we excited. We're definitely excited.
And I always tell people, now as being a football official, I look at the game in a totally different way. Where we say we don't watch the ball anymore. We looking at all different other stuff as we watch the game. And for
Yeah.
people out there, anybody that's listening who's saying, because sometimes people are just shy. They're a little nervous to jump into something. What would you say out there for anybody who may want to do it, but they're nervous to give them an understanding of what it is football officials do out there on the field?
You got to be able to give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. Give it a try. You For the ones that's kind of nervous, you watch the game. We watch it all the time. We sitting at home, we making calls. While sitting at home making calls, we can be actually out on the field making a call and getting paid. There's a difference. We got a lot of those college officials, man, and but once you call your first couple of games, no, we break you in. We're not just gonna throw you out there on Thursday, Friday night. We train you up. We're trying to make sure that you are absolutely ready before you go out there and blow that whistle and throw your first flag. Well, we have Saturday morning training, which is going to start in a couple of weeks. But we also have a new officials class meeting, which is going to be this Monday, June 30th, at the Goodwood Library on Goodwood at 6 o'clock. Okay, so come on, you'll be able to see me see some of our board members hands on, be able to fill out paperwork and get you started. We'll kind of walk you through the process and show you what's in store for you as you continue to pursue this football officiating career.
I remember my first meeting, man. I walked in, I was nervous. I'm looking around, and at the time, I may have been the youngest guy that walked in through those doors, and I looked around, and everybody, I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing this for this many. And then I met Mr. Terry Marshall, man. I've been doing this for all my life, seemed like, You got it, and that it was my first rules meeting. What was that, on Tuesday nights, And
Tuesday
those
night,
guys, man, listen, they really poured into me to be able to teach me the rules and talk about, more so once you get past it, because the part of it is people make the calls at home and you transition to be an official, the mechanics and the rules side of things for anybody that's out there that's interested.
Yeah, so the mechanics, man, that it's all about being in position. We try to teach you that. You can make a good call, bad call, or a gray area call, but as long as you're in position, and you're confident in your call or no call, I think the coaches and the fans at home that's watching, they'll be okay. The players will be okay. But we teach you those mechanics, and that's very important. Once you learn that, then we try to go over the rules with you on Tuesday night, like you say. We bring you in the classroom and try to teach you. We go step by step. It's 9 different rules that we have in our high school manual, Federation manual, and we try to pick out one each and every night to go over with you leading up to the season. And these classes start way before the season starts. And so, like I said, we try to prepare you all for that. On-field mechanics, we normally thank you, Parkview Baptist. We've been using them for many years, and they are so gracious enough to have us on Saturday morning to come out and use their field, use their clock, use their facilities. So I really want to thank them. And also LSU indoor practice facility. We normally go over there from time to time, and we practice over there inside. Just on field, how to move your feet, where to move your shoulders, where your eyes need to be. We teach you all of that. And man, we just have a great time going out there and doing it. And it's also, and this is not for new officials. This is for all officials. Everybody needs to learn a little bit and kind of tweak their mechanics each and every year. But we go out there and have a great time doing this.
For me, I always tell people year one, of course, I was clock operating on the varsity games on Thursday and Fridays, but, I was doing JV games. But once I finally got on the varsity side and started getting those high school assignments, man, it was tough for me because you're so nervous, worried about your mechanics, and then you watching the game, and you have to slow down and get comfortable with your mechanics.
Yeah.
It's like riding a bike. When you first get on, you just nervous just to make sure you can keep your balance before you start doing all the other stuff like riding with no hands, kicking your legs up, one leg, got all standing up. You got to learn the basics first, and then once you learn the basics and become comfortable, everything slows down because guess what? You got a lot going on. You got stuff going on behind you. You got stuff going on in front of you, stuff going on the side of you. And you have to be able to manage all of this in a way that it is professional and at the same time that you're managing the game the way that it is supposed to go so no one feels cheated and it is done the right way. And not only for that, you got also for clock operators. So it may be somebody out there say, well, I may not be able to do things on the field, but there are other positions as well that people can be involved in.
Yeah, clock operator, man, that was a very vital, important key to our officiating, to the officiating crew for whichever game they're going to that night. Clock operators, you go up there and mess up a clock in the middle of a ball game. Everybody's looking around like, what's going on with the clock, but they're
that
so
1
important.
second matters.
That 1 second, especially at the end of that ball game or end of that first half, it matters. It matters. So you want to make sure that you're in a comfortable setting for the most part. Get up there, you paying attention to the game. You do have a radio on or what have you. We call it the official to official, which are O2Os, but we do talk to you during a course of a game just to kind of make sure that you're not getting lost up there. If you have any questions, anything like that, when to start, when to stop. But we train you on that as well. So, but that's a very, very vital part of what we do each and every night that we go out there on the field. And, if you don't want to be on the field, there's a lot of people that sign up just to be clock operators, man. We're so thankful and grateful for that.
You know, year one, when I was a clock operator, one of the things they told me was you get an opportunity to watch the field and watch the position that you're going to probably be doing on those Friday nights yourself. And how many, whatever other night, Saturdays, whatever, that gives you an
Hmm.
opportunity to watch it from up top and watch those guys work in terms of learning the mechanics and looking at the field specifically on what you're supposed to be seeing in your area in your zone.
Right. Exactly, man. And that's a great teaching tool. Great teaching tool, like you alluded to, man. Um, I started out, running the clock, and I used to watch all the positions on the field. I watched them all. And I'm a student of the game, so of course I'm gonna watch the referee with the white hat on, the umpire. I'm watching how you spot the ball. I'm watching as a referee. He making his signals and uh, announcements and all that good stuff, man. I'm watching the headlines and the line judge. Those are the guys that or the women that's on the sidelines, and you have to interact with the coaches, the coaches, the players, your crewmates, and everything else. That's a very important job when you're on that sideline. But I'm watching them as the ball goes out of bounds, making sure that they wave their hand to stop the clock, and or they wind their hand to close to the sideline to keep the clock running. It was so very important. But yeah, there's been a clock operator, man. You have many jobs to do, but it's so rewarding for the ones that don't want to be on the field. It's so rewarding.
And for you, Kinsley, anybody that's out there listening, say, well, I may want to be an official, but I don't know the positions. I don't know where would I be. Talk about, we typically work 7-man crews, and
Uh huh.
that's a good day, right? But talk about
Right.
for people out there the different positions and just in short form what those positions do for somebody who may not know exactly what they want to do if they are interested.
Yeah. So a referee, that's the one that wears the white hat. He's the crew chief. He more of a game manager. He's not dictated, more of a game man. You know how to manage the game. From a standpoint of getting guys, officials where they need to be. Uh, making sure that everyone is in sync with one another. Okay, and he is the voice of the crew. Umpire, that's the one that's in the middle, he's spotting the ball. Um, have to be able to move. Have to be able, with the way the game is moving now with the up tempo offense. They have to be able to move. Headlines, the line judge. Those are ones that's on the sideline. Nearest they spot the ball every time. You know, your back judge. He's the one that's in the middle of the field, right behind the umpire, and he's basically don't cannot get beat to the goal line for the most part. But he's constantly counting the defense, making sure they have 11, no more than 11. If not, he's throwing his flag out, making sure we have the right number of people that's on the field. And he also is watching the play clock. If ever the play clock goes out, he's watching the play clock. Okay. Um, short side judge. That's the one that's on the same side as our head linesman. They were basically a deep wing back there with the back judge, and they're counting defense as well. Whenever you have a 7-man crew, a field judge, they're a normal position on the same side as the line judge, and they're also counting defense back there with the back judge. And those positions are all positions are very critical. They are very vital. Especially what you're trying to do, making sure that everyone stays in that box. That's the main thing. Making sure all 22 players that's on the field, making sure they stay inside those officials each and every play. They going out of bounds. They making sure they going getting back on the field for safety purposes. We watch all of that. So, but the referee, man, that's the position I work mostly, and I mean it's just rewarding just to work with veteran officials, rookie officials, just to kind of bring them up to par. And it's very rewarding each and every day I go out there in the field. I definitely and thoroughly enjoy it.
And as I've gotten older, and I tell people, when I first got in, I wasn't as serious. But then as time went on, and then, of course, I'm around the college game a lot, I started talking to officials on the collegiate level, and I started getting a lot more serious about it, and I started to understand the importance of why this really means to be what it is that we do out there. And now more than ever, I have taken it more and more serious. And for me, I watch the game because I understand how important it is to manage the game. If you don't manage the game well, everybody out there think they're an official, from every coach on the sideline to every player. But you have to go out there and establish yourself as the manager of the game, especially from the position where I'm at. Where he just said the linesman, head linesman, that's your short wing. Then you go down the field, and those are your deep wings. Your short wing, especially your head line, is you got a lot going on. I'm dealing with the down box. I'm dealing with the chains. I'm dealing with a coach who wants to argue about a penalty. I'm dealing with people in the stands yelling that wasn't a holding. Everybody, and guess what? A holding on every play. Everybody want to yell holding. They won't hold in every play, Kinsley.
Yeah, it's a lot of coaches say, hey, man, hey, watch the hold. I sure am. I'm gonna watch the hold. Not trying to be that guy, but look, I'm gonna watch the hold. But like you said, you can call a hold on every play. But what you want, we try to teach you all to make officials coming in quality calls, not just a bunch of quantity flags being thrown. We try to make you be teacher throw quality flags, make quality calls. You know, something, if a play going to the other side of the field and say you on one side of the field, we're not trying to throw a flag that's happening right in front of us, a holding that's happening right in front of us. He has to have something to do with the play. He has to, what we call advantage or disadvantage to that particular play. If there's no advantage or disadvantage gain for either team, we let it go. And we keep playing baseball. That's part of managing the game.
And the worst thing you could do, that inadvertent whistle.
Oh, man.
Hey, we've all been there. I've been there before. On the phone.
we all have been there.
That's why you got to hold it and you got to watch it. Let it just, you see what you see. Let it play itself out. Don't be so quick to get there. Process it and then allow it to blow. But listen, that inadvertent whistle, you don't want to be on the other side of that one.
You know, you definitely don't, man. We teach you when and not to blow, and teach you the live ball, dead ball falls, and they have two types of whistles. You got your lanyard whistle, you can hang on your little lanyard from your neck, or you have what we call the finger whistle. So we try to give you one that's more comfortable to you, that those type of situations don't happen. Because once you got that finger whistle, you quick to bring it to your mouth, blow it, or if you even have it a lanyard, you quick to have it in your hand and quick to bring it to your mouth. But we just try to teach you and get you comfortable with whichever tool will be best for you.
And before we get ready to let you go, Kinsley, man, talk about where the association, what areas do we service for those out there say, I don't even know where the game's going to be. What area do the Baton Rouge area Football Officials Association service?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we service all the Baton Rouge area schools. I'm talking from down in Ascension Parish with the newly installed Saint Prairie View High School. I'm sorry, Prairie View High School, all the way out until Livonia, West Feliciana. We go far as Live Oak, Denham Springs. We go far north as East Feliciana, Northeast, Zachary. In the playoffs, we normally go. We cannot service any member school that's in our area. We serve. Well, let's get back to the Baton Rouge. I'm sorry. So we service at least I think about 38 schools that's just in the Baton Rouge area, and just outside the Baton Rouge area. Okay. So with those 38 schools, when it comes to playoff time, we cannot service those schools during the playoffs. So we have to travel just a little bit. Going out of the area, you may go to Opelousas, New Orleans, may go to Hammond, somewhere like that. But it's not too far out the way. But sometimes guys have to make those trips. But just during the season, your farthest school may be about 25 minutes, depending on traffic. So we try to keep you close as possible, especially on Friday night, Thursday or Friday night.
And one more time for anybody out there listening, for all of you listening, if you're looking and interested in being a football official or a clock operator, Kinsley, give them the time for the meeting on Monday for the first time. Interested members, want-to-be members, and anything else.
Yeah, so want to be a member, want to come out, just a little meet and greet, me and the rest of the board or what have you. June 30th, which is this Monday at 6:00 p.m., we will be at the Goodwood Library. Right there on Goodwood, the main branch, come through the main entrance. We'll be in the big library room right there to your right. Go down that hallway and you'll run right into us, okay? But yeah, June 30th at 6 o'clock p.m. at the Goodwood Library.
So anybody out there listening, hey, come on, join the ranks. Be a part of it. Don't just be talking about it. Come be about it, because trust me, you will learn it's totally different from what you're talking about in the stands. Ain't that right, Kinsley?
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
And congratulations
Absolutely.
to you, man. Hey, we'll be seeing Kinsley on the sideline near us on Saturdays, somewhere
Yes.
around the SWAC. Congratulations, man.
Man, I appreciate it so much. Long time coming, man. Long time, man. And getting back to us so right quick, man. Look, I came up the ranks in the SWAC, by being a ball boy, by working the chains, was doing a clock operation. Then I started being the red hat, controlling the TV stuff, and then I started being a green vest. That's controlling all the instant replays and all that good stuff. But now I'm actually going to be an official this year, wearing those stripes, man. So I'm definitely excited, man. Definitely excited. Thankful for the and grateful for the opportunity. And man, I'm looking forward to it. But thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. Perry White. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you coming on this morning. That's the voice of Kinsley Johnson.